So I'm going to start the timer again. So far we've spent about an hour painting this model. So pull out some Dawnstone. Don't feel the need to add any moisture to this. I'm just going to check the brush underneath. Yeah, getting the effect I want. So I'm just dabbing it around on the underside, just generally create a little bit of interest, and I can see how the brush is working. It's more important. That moisture may actually help us. Put a bit more pigment into the brush. I think that will help us actually. Right, I should do the side first then. So because we've got a bit of moisture in the brush, if I run the brush down, I'm going to get lots of streaking. This is kind of the effect we want. Load some more pigment back into the brush. Do it for that side. Same again on the other side. A little bit more pigment into the brush. So notice by not taking all of the pigment off the brush, keeping the brush quite moist, we are playing to the advantage and getting lots of light streaks down the armour without much effort. There's a few places we might have to tidy it up, but not really. Right, so I'll consider the side done. Just do the back end a little bit. Right, on to the rest of it. Just have to be careful we don't get any large pools or chunks on surfaces because the brush is quite wet. Spin the cupolas around, try and do the same process we've just done with the side of the tank on the side to them. do the same to take that off for the moment. Try and do the same as what we've done on the lower part of the hole, on the top part of the hole. We'll have to come back in. Just let that side dry for a minute. Do the same on the other side. Just come back in heavier on the sides again. This side another hit. Now what I want to do is just make sure that we've got some of these details picked out a little bit more. Same process as on the side. Just building up a little bit of colour. Need more colour. Just building up multiple layers. Probably need a little bit more colour if I'm going to do that. On top I want to add a little bit more colour, but I might have to change my brush in a minute. This is really good for doing the streaks, but now that it's wet it's not so good for the rest of the work. So I'm going to put that to one side. It's not going to be left to dry, but I'm going to go get a slightly different brush for the top. That's too round and big. Might end up here. No. We'll use a small army painter. Yeah, that's suitable for the top. So all I'm trying to do is just lighten the top section so it matches in with what we've just done. So I'm literally coming around the edges of the panels. Way too long. So I'll put that in the wash, change back out to the larger brush, add a little bit of water down, a little bit more Dawnstone, and this time what we're going to do to get our final highlight colour is add a little bit of Wraithbone to it. Yes, it does look like. This is literally the very final colour for the armour. So I haven't let the brush dry out, keeping it as it was. Literally smash the sides with it. Doesn't need to be a huge amount. That edge. Turn the tank round and do the same for the other side. Take those off again. Try and do the same for the top hole as we've done earlier. other side. A little bit more pigment back in. So, do the same at the front of the body, as what we've already done. I'll put these back on momentarily. What have I done with the other one? A little bit of that colour off the back end. Right, last little bit. Right, and I am calling that the armour done. I've got to come in and do some washes and stuff. Hopefully you'll see a better version of it on the 3D rotating table, but literally we have taken an hour and 15 minutes thereabouts, and we have the final colour for the armour. So it's a case of we just need to put some dirt and stuff over the top of that, but we're now on to doing the tracks and all the metal details.